Witness a truly global event on 1st of August this Saturday as we bring you the most awaited and anticipated episode of the Storm Weekender yet, with the renowned motivational speaker and a gifted singer, Sparsh Shah from New Jersey, along with the charismatic, eminent and graceful dancer duo SonaAsh from Manchester. And the icing on the cake, well, the multi-talented singer, songwriter and producer Sayak joining us all the way from Virginia. Tune in this Saturday, 8 p.m. IST, 10:30 a.m. EDT and 3:30 p.m. BST to catch them live and exclusive on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel of The Storm.
Hey everyone, my name is Sparsh Shah, aka Pure Rhythm. I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper, and inspirational speaker from New Jersey, and I will be live on Saturday, August 1st on the Storm Weekender at 8 p.m. IST and 10:30 a.m. EST. You can catch the live stream on Storm Communications Facebook page and YouTube channel. I'd love to see you all there.
Hi guys,
I'm Ashna,
and I'm Sonalia,
and together we're SonaAsh.
and we are from England, Manchester.
We're going to be live on the Storm Communications Facebook and YouTube page on the 1st of August
It's going to be at 3:30 p.m. UK time.
and 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, my name is Sayak Das. I sing for a band called Roy Juno from the United States, and I'm going to be playing a short live set for the Storm Weekender series on August 1st at 8 p.m. IST, 10:30 p.m. EST. Make sure to tune in.
Witness a truly global event on 1st of August this Saturday as we bring you the most awaited and anticipated episode of the Storm Weekender yet, with the renowned motivational speaker and a gifted singer, Sparsh Shah from New Jersey, along with the charismatic, eminent and graceful dancer duo SonaAsh from Manchester. And the icing on the cake, well, the multi-talented singer, songwriter and producer Sayak joining us all the way from Virginia. Tune in this Saturday, 8 p.m. IST, 10:30 a.m. EDT and 3:30 p.m. BST to catch them live and exclusive on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel of The Storm.
Hey everyone, my name is Sparsh.
Ta-da! Well, ladies and gentlemen, every time I'm happy, I dab. And tonight's a night I've been absolutely ecstated, happiest, and more importantly, been waiting for this moment to come for a pretty long time. Good evening, warm welcome to everybody who's from India. Good morning and good afternoon to the people staying in different parts of the world, different countries. My name is Randeep Singh, and as always, it is an absolute pleasure and a privilege having each one of you joining us in yet another Weekender. And this is hashtag WFH Weekender, and in fact, the most touted, the most anticipated, and certainly the most awaited WFH Weekender in a real long time. This is the 7th episode, and as the number 7 suggests, this is going to be 7 times the more fun, 7 times more inspirational, and 7 times more entertaining. We got performers joining us from different parts of the world, different continents, and our audiences as well joining us from different parts of the globe as well. What doesn't change is the sheer magnum and the sheer opulence that we have of this particular event, where we are being joined in by some of the finest speakers, dancers and singers. Well, topping the chart tonight is a young man, Sparsh Shah, who happens to be a songwriter, a lyricist, a rapper, an inspirational and a motivational speaker, and more importantly, a man who happens to have a contagious attitude who inspires each and all who meets him. Well, joining us from Manchester, UK, are two beautiful sisters who are never short of talent, hard work, and more importantly, absolute glamour and supremely talented performances. They have had the sheer courage to perform in front of millions of people from all parts of the country, all parts of the globe, and they are trained in so many of these dance performances. And they are SonaAsh, and the icing on the cake is going to be Sayak joining us from Virginia. Well, he is an alternative rock performer, and all these people are going to be performing exclusively and live tonight on WFH Weekender. And more importantly, we got a lot of partners, streaming partners we want to thank. More importantly, live on the channels of Kolkata Buzz, My Bhubaneswar, The Backbenchers, Jamshedpur Steel City, Oh Kolkata, Bing Bengal, Idil Ki Baat, and Foodgasm TV. To take the proceedings forward, we got an educationist, somebody who inspires right from the word go, someone I've known all my life, my older brother, Bishwanath Dasgupta, aka Bishuda, who's going to be chairing and moderating the entire session with the rock star Sparsh Shah. Over to you, Bishuda. Please take it on.
Good evening, viewers, and good morning, viewers from abroad. We are all living in a trying time, actually. Like whatever we are facing, we are thinking we are facing one word repeatedly, that is called impossible. We are taking a step, we are finding it impossible to move forward. We have lost our nears and dears. Many of the people have lost their jobs like this. So in this trying time, we need hope. We need to make this impossible possible. Here is a person we are inviting on this weekend show. He's a 17-year-old boy. He is an extremely motivational and inspirational speaker, a rapper who's been admired by Eminem himself, and a lyricist and a singer all the way from New Jersey, USA. It's Sparsh Shah, aka Pure Rhythm. So welcome, Sparsh, on this show.
Thank you so much, BDG. And thank you to Storm Communications for having me. Hello, everyone from the US, where I'm from the UK, from India, from all abroad. Thank you for coming to view this live stream. It's such an honor to be here, and it's such a blessing.
Thank you. Thank you, Sparsh. We are equally honored and charged to listen to you. Now, my first question is, how does it feel to be a part of this Storm Weekend show?
I mean, well, like I said, it's an absolute blessing. I'm so glad that I get to be part of this show that is, I feel like, is not only making the most of using these trying times for, you know, you have the mission of bringing together people from all over the world and not only giving them entertainment, but also giving them a value to their weekends, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm so glad that I get to be a part of that and that you all have invited me here. So thank you again.
Thank you. Now, the most dreaded word and the most negative word that we are facing nowadays is COVID, COVID. And the most negative word is unfortunately the most positive word, that is POSITIVE, positive. So today, in today's world, positive is negative. COVID is the most negative word. And I think what I have spoken to you earlier, that you have given a new meaning to this negative word, new meaning to this impossible word, to make it I am possible. So let's hear what you have in store for our viewers to inspire all of us.
Yes, definitely. So, as you all know, our year has been rife with unpredictability. But no matter how this year will progress, we all know one thing for certain. 2020 is truly a time for the history books. Never, ever has a plague as devastating as that of COVID-19 happened since the ongoing AIDS pandemic, which was first identified in 1981. That is 39 years ago. May not seem like a lot, but it is. I wasn't even born then. And never since the 1918 Spanish flu, and that's 102 years ago. I don't think my Dadaji was born then. My grandpa, I don't think he was born then. Never since 1918 has the world responded with such collective force to a disease. Today, though many places are beginning to reopen their economies and societies, we've all seen that the world is very quiet. Massive metropolises are devoid of traffic. Public recreation centers are devoid of visitors. Entire towns have never met with a single soul outside their homes. Or maybe they have never gone to another neighborhood outside of theirs, except if they're on the front lines or they need to get essential items. And that's always a struggle, right? However, as you had said, BDG, I think this time of stillness gives us an unprecedented opportunity to look at life from a renewed perspective. Yes, we may be facing massive unemployment rates. We haven't seen rates this high since the Great Depression. Yes, we may be dealing with death on a terrifying scale. And yes, we may be grappling with deeper caste divisions and racial divisions all over the world. But I think these circumstances have put us in the most unique position possible to make all of this change. So now more than ever, I've been spreading positive messages to the world and raising awareness for causes that I hold dear to my heart. And I've realized through the responses that people have given me one truth. One ray of hope can sparsh or touch and light up billions of hearts. And once it does, no amount of darkness can stamp that light out. As we'd said, I think actually hope is everywhere to be found during this pandemic. All we need to do is take this setback and look at it as what it truly is. It's just a setup in disguise. And this is the perfect time for us to turn impossible into I'm possible in our lives. So how do we do that? Well, as you'd mentioned already, BDG, I created an acronym for what we can do to transform our attitudes during the time of COVID-19. Unfortunately, it's not too original. It's called COVID. But hopefully, after I explain what COVID stands for, the acronym, you're going to look at this virus in a totally different way. So, this is what it stands for. You ready? Number 1, the C in COVID stands for challenge our perspective. By the way, if you all want to write these points down, feel free to at home, since you all probably have a phone on you or something that you're watching this live stream with. So C in COVID is challenge our perspective. And to do that, we first need to accept our situation, regardless of how uncertain, unfortunate, or dangerous it might be. As we all know, all these health guidelines that we've been advised to follow are absolutely necessary, because COVID-19 is a dangerous virus, especially for the people who are most vulnerable, like our elders and those with heart disease and other disorders like that may make it harder for them if the virus infects them. And the side effects of this pandemic come with their own uncertainties as well. But no matter how turbulent it gets, I think we have to trust in the fact that everything happens for the greater good. I know this seems so hard to believe. There's nothing good about this COVID-19 pandemic, right? This virus has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives throughout the world, and in doing so, it has completely disrupted our economies and our societies. However, my experience has shown me that it is far better to focus on what we can control than to worry about what we cannot control. In my life, I may not be able to control the fact that I'm not able to walk, but I could control the fact that, hey, I don't have to sit in the four walls of my house just because I'm in a wheelchair. I can do something else to reach out to the world. And through music, that's what I've been doing. And in terms of COVID-19, we may not be able to control this virus yet. Remember, there's still hope for the vaccine and everything. But we can control what we can do now to contain this virus where it is. we can stay at home as much as possible, which I hope you all are doing right now watching this live stream. We can keep about 2 meters or 6 feet away from other people. We can wear face masks when we go outside. We can wash our hands thoroughly, etc. So, I offer a friendly challenge to you all. Let's choose to act on what we can control instead of worrying about what we cannot. After all, in the eloquent words of Charles R. Swindoll, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it. So, how then do we react? That's where the O in COVID comes in. C was challenge our perspective. O stands for overcome our ants. What are ants, you ask? Automatic negative thoughts. Our mental energy is limited, and our automatic negative thoughts eat it up unendingly. So, in order to be positive, we can't allow negativity into our minds, right? I know that sounds cliche, but there is so much power in choosing to pay attention to our positive thoughts. And in fact, that is so powerful that once you do it enough times with enough certainty and conviction in your heart, your mind will eventually filter out all the negative thoughts in your head. You all with me? Look, this happens to me too. I'll give you an example. A lot of times during this quarantine, I've been very busy and I have a lot of work to do. And so when I don't finish my work on time, negative thoughts attack my brain. Why are you so lazy? You just broke your streak. How are you supposed to reach your goals if you don't work on them every day? It's actually what my mind tells me. The only thing I can do then is to combat negative thoughts with positive thoughts. Okay, so then I'm done being lazy. I'm not going to be lazy anymore. Tomorrow's a new day. I can begin a new streak then. And besides, life is full of wins and losses. And in order to truly win, we must learn from our losses first. Does that make sense? All I had to do is change the conversation in my mind. And though the struggle to do so is by no means easy, I promise you that not only the way that you view yourself, but also the way you view your challenges will forever change once you start doing this. So, C in COVID, challenge our perspective. The O in COVID, overcome our ants. The V in COVID, the V stands for ventilate our environment. Because why do we ventilate our rooms? To purify the air, right? So, we must do the same with our minds. And overcoming our ants is only half the battle. Because surrounding ourselves with pessimistic people and negative news is going to fill our minds with junk just as much as our own negative thoughts, right? As I say, who you are is you become what you surround yourself with. So choose to surround yourself today with optimistic people and positive news instead. For example, you can learn about the social transformation happening globally right now for the rights of other people, or the acts of kindness that people are doing for each other during this pandemic. Maybe you can do an act of kindness for someone today, even if it's as simple as connecting with a friend or relative who you haven't checked on in a while. Though, I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself there. I'll get to that in a little more. Or if you're goal-driven, you can connect with your family and friends, and you can keep each other accountable to achieve your goals. And in fact, that last point leads me straight to the next letter. So C is challenge our perspective, O is overcome our ants, V is ventilate our environment, and the I in COVID stands for invest in ourselves. Now, during quarantine, I know many of us are most of the time stuck at home and we have no idea what to do. I totally get it. It's normal for us to slow down and forget time when it's opened up to us. But think about it. When's the last time that we got to focus on what we love to do? When's the last time we got to focus on the people who we love? I mean, we always tell our friends and family that we don't have time for anything when we're really busy. And then when we have all the time in the day, we hardly get anything done because we don't know what to do with our time. Tell me, am I right or am I right? What's my point? Time is priceless. Yet time is the only currency which we can spend but not save. So for as long as we're here on this earth, let's spend our time wisely, because that is the only thing we will never get back. And we can use this time in several ways. For instance, we can go back to pursuing our passions and hobbies with renewed strength. We can restore and strengthen healthy relationships with our family and our friends. And yes, dare I suggest this, with our face masks on, we can go outside and learn from the beauty and order of nature. And these things are what I've been doing. I've been practicing and investing a lot in my musical career since quarantine, because I also have a goal in mind. I want to release my debut album before I turn 18, and I'm already 17. And I've been spending more time doing fun things with my mom and my dad and my little brother. And I've been spending more time outside in my backyard and front yard, just watching summer happen and looking at the growing plants and feeding the birds and the animals. And that has taught me so much and helped me to become such a better person than I was before quarantine. So I challenge you all to try doing these same things too. Trust me, it will not be a waste of time. And finally, the last letter in COVID is D, right? C was challenge our perspective. O is overcome our ants. V is ventilate our environment. I is invest in ourselves. And D stands for donate or give to others. And no, by donate, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you have to donate money, though there are some worthy fundraisers that you can give to. There are many. And I'm not saying that you have to go out and volunteer either, unless you're ready and you're prepared for the risk and you want to take it to help others. But I am suggesting that you find some way to serve others. In the eloquent words of Muhammad Ali, service to others is the rent you pay for your room here on earth. And I wholeheartedly believe that's true. We have to serve selflessly if we want to leave this world a better place than we found it. Who doesn't want to leave the world a better place than they found it? I feel like the fact that you all are part of this live stream tells me so much about what you want to do and how you want to impact this world. I hope you all realize that life is the most sacred gift God can give us. And during this pandemic, this gift of life has become more apparent and clearer than ever. So let's do justice to this gift we've been given by giving back. As the evergreen painter Pablo Picasso noted, the meaning of life is to find your purpose. The purpose of life is to give it away. How else then can we pay our rent other than by giving our lives away in service? So my friends, I challenge you to give out of a pure and selfless heart, because in the words of former Indian President Abdul Kalam ji, if you can give your hand to some, you will always be handsome, no matter how you look on the outside. We just have to find what we love to do, and then use that to spread love to the world. And I know that if I can do so with music, you can too, by following your passions with a heart that is ready and willing to serve others. So, I've already explained the steps to you, and I think with these steps in mind, I think COVID-19 shouldn't be seen as a curse to be abhorred, but as a challenge to be accepted. A challenge for the world to let go of what's beyond control, reprioritize what matters most, and most importantly, it's a challenge for us to reshape society for the fundamental welfare of all involved. And listen, it's not always going to be easy to implement COVID in our lives. But remember, we are in this together. COVID-19 may make us physically distant, but it cannot and will not make us socially isolated. And by following COVID, I believe that we can come out of this crucible not just stronger than we've ever been personally, but we can come out of this crucible leaving the world better than it's ever been, even despite of how tough this pandemic gets. Thank you.
Thank you, Sparsh. Thank you for giving this beautiful insight, this meaningful insight of this dreaded word, COVID, COVID. Viewers, you have all listened to the mantra, to the Sparsh that Sparsh has given us. Sparsh, people of the world look up to you as an inspirational speaker, but there is the other side of you. There's the other Sparsh of you, that's the musical touch, the musical Sparsh. Whatever you have said, I think your views, these positive views, have summarized beautifully in your song that you have sung, that there is always tomorrow. So that's what you have told us. Now I request you, could you just please sing that song for us?
Definitely. For those who may not know what this song is, this is actually my debut single. This is the first song that I have officially released to the world, that I've written myself and sung myself. And this was, again, I posted this on my birthday, which was on April 30th, so not that long ago. And I thought that, this is a great song for everyone who feels down and feels like there isn't an end to this. And I wanted to share with them that not only will this storm pass, but that every storm passes, and that there is always tomorrow. Have you ever felt alone, or maybe not at home? Did you want to give up? 'Cause maybe it was too much. Well, you might not have wings, but you can still fly and you can sing. Because who you are doesn't matter, 'cause you're a superstar. There's always tomorrow, no need for the sorrow. We will make it if we can, come back from where we began. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Life's a mountain with steep and bumpy edges. Oh, and you have to push yourself all the way to the peak of the ledges. Well, you might not have wings, but you can still fly and you can sing. Because who you are doesn't matter, 'cause you're a superstar. There's always tomorrow, no need for the sorrow. We will make it if we can, come back from where we began. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. So don't ever believe that what you have will go in vain. You can still follow your dreams, no matter how much the pain. There's always tomorrow, no need for the sorrow. We will make it if we can, come back from where we began. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful, 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 Sparsh. There will be always tomorrow, there will be hope, and we are all living for that. Sparsh, you are among the few artists who have performed in the event last year, Howdy Modi. I have read that you had always wanted to perform in front of Modi ji. How did it feel to perform before him?
It was an exhilarating experience. I mean, just the thought of singing for the prime minister of your motherland, and that too, you also got to sing for the president of the country that you live in. I mean, Mr. Modi and Mr. Trump were there, and there were 50,000 people in the stage, and I heard that throughout the world, 2 billion people were tuning in. So not only was that amazing to perform in front of Modi ji, also this actually became the second fulfillment of my biggest dream. And my biggest dream as a musician has always been to perform in front of 1 billion people. 2 billion people is twice that number. And this was the second time. The first time I had done this was when I participated in, as you can see, Kaun Banega Crorepati. I sang at their season 10 finale, where none other than Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji was the host of the show. So just knowing that, being able to fulfill my dream, doing it in front of the Prime Minister of our motherland and the President of my country, that is absolutely amazing. And it was an exhilarating experience, and I'll never forget it.
Great, Sparsh. It was really amazing. Speaking of Mr. Bachchan, that reminds me, I heard that you sing Bollywood numbers. Would you like us to sing some for our viewers?
Of course, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I may be American, but fir bhi dil hai Hindustani.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So, this next song is a more recent song. It's from the movie Agnipath, and I think I might have already given the song away because it's really famous. But it's a beautiful song, and I think it's also very inspirational because the very title of the song means somewhere still inside of me. And that's so amazing for, it's just an amazing message there. And also, by the way, I learned that it was Sonu Nigam ji's birthday. He's the singer of this song. It was Sonu Nigam ji's birthday on the 31st. So I just wanted to say happy belated birthday. And if by any chance you come across this video, I just wanted to dedicate this to you as a birthday gift. So here it is. मुझ में कहीं बाकी थोड़ी सी है जिंदगी जगी धड़कन में जाना जिंदा हूँ मैं तो अभी कुछ ऐसी लगन इस लम्हे में है ये लम्हा कहा था मेरा अब है सामने इसे छू लूं जरा मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा खुशियाँ झूम लूं या रो लूं जरा मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा अभी मुझ में कहीं बाकी थोड़ी सी है जिंदगी धूप में जलते हुए तन को छाया पेड़ की मिल गई रूठे बच्चे की हंसी जैसे फुसलाने से फिर खिल गई एक ऐसा ही अब महसूस दिल को हो रहा है, बरसों के पुराने जख्म पे मरहम लगा सा है, कुछ ऐसा रहम इस लम्हे में है, ये लम्हा कहा था मेरा, अब है सामने इसे छू लूं जरा, मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा, खुशियाँ चूम लूं या रो लूं जरा, मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा. Also, by the way, I just found out his birthday was on the 30th. Nonetheless, happy belated birthday, Sonu Nigam ji. This last verse and all of the song is for you. डोर से टूटी पतंग जैसी थी ये जिंदगानी मेरी, आज हो कल हो मेरा ना हो, हर दिन की कहानी मेरी, एक बंधन नया पीछे से अब मुझको बुलाए, आने वाले कल की क्यों फिक्र मुझको सता जाए, कुछ ऐसी छुपन इस लम्हे में है, ये लम्हा कहा था मेरा, अब है सामने इसे छू लूं जरा, मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा, खुशियाँ चूम लूं या रो लूं जरा, मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा. Thank you, everyone.
That was wonderful, wonderful. Sparsh, thank you very much. An audience question for you. Faraz Mamsa wants to know, do you speak Hindi or Gujarati?
So I mean, I speak Gujarati. Gujarati is my mother tongue, but Hindi I've been learning. And actually, this is a very interesting thing brought up by that. I know a little bit of Hindi. थोड़ी सी आती है हिंदी, लेकिन I actually when I was at कौन बनेगा करोड़पति, this was actually a challenge for me because I never usually speak Hindi in the house, and yet I just decided that I was going to learn as much as possible, as much Hindi as I could before I went on that stage. And I think that's a big thing that, a lot of times we get scared to do things that we don't want to do. We get scared to get out of our comfort zone because we don't know how to do them. But once we make the decision to learn and to get out of that comfort zone, that becomes a very, very rejuvenating process in itself. So, yeah, I mostly speak Gujarati. I also speak a little bit of Hindi. As you already can tell, English is my main language. But I'm going to keep learning, right? And I actually speak a little bit of Spanish too. I've been learning Spanish for quite a few years in high school and middle school. So that's a little bit there too. So I'm working on expanding my range when it comes to languages as well as my voice.
How was your experience meeting the great Mr. Amitabh Bachchan while you were in the Kaun Banega Crorepati show?
Yeah, that experience was absolutely amazing. I think Amitabh Bachchan ji, his character is as noble as he is tall, and he's extremely down to earth. And the most amazing thing is, I was struggling in my Hindi, and sometimes I would intersperse it with English when I was giving my answers, but Mr. Bachchanji has such a way with words. Whether it's English or it's Hindi, I mean, he hits the nail on the head every time when it comes to words. And the way he was able to interpret my answers, even when I was unable to, that just shows that, he is so willing and he's such an amazing character. He's willing to reach out to everyone, no matter what their level is. He always comes down to them. So, I mean, it was amazing being next to him on that show. And I just hope that, we get to meet again, because that experience really left me humbled. And me, my dad, everyone who was there with him on that show.
Yes, it's always an overwhelming reaction when we all meet him.
Yeah. And of course, I know...
और एक बॉलीवुड सॉन्ग हो जाए?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yup.
So, this one is a little bit more on the classical side. I've been learning Hindustani classical music, vocal, for about 10 years now. So, this is, I guess you could say, kind of the culmination of that. So, I hope you all like this beautiful rendition of the song by Manna De Ji, Laga Chunri Mein Daag. Alright, here we go. लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे घर जाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग हो गई मैली मोरी चुनरिया कोरे बदन सी कोरे चुनरिया हो गई मैली मोरी चुनरिया कोरे बदन सी कोरे चुनरिया जाके बाबुल से नजरें मिलाऊं कैसे घर जाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग कोरी चुनरिया आत्मा मोरी मैल है माया जाल कोरी चुनरिया आत्मा मोरी मैल है माया जाल वो दुनिया मोरे बाबुल का घर ये दुनिया ससुरा हाँ जाके बाबुल से नजर मिलाऊं कैसे घर जाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग छुपाऊं कैसे लागा चुनरी में दाग dim tanana de tanum tana de nadim tanana de tanum tana de nadim tanana de tanum de nadim na de tana de tana tumre da de dani dim tanana na de dani dani dim tanana de tanum tana de nadim tanana de tanum de na सप्त सुरन तीन ग्राम बंसी बाजे रे सदनी जानी नि धनी द बब मम ग मद ग मम गरे सा धाधा गिड़ता धरण धरत पग परत नहीं परन झांझर झर के छन नन नन नन
That was mesmerizing, Sparsh. That was really mesmerizing. Another audience question for you. Ramesh Bansal Saab asks, Sparsh, still dhokla your favorite food?
Dhokla. I love that. I love that. Dhokla is definitely among the list. I mean, I love all foods, man. I mean, whether it be Indian, American, or Mexican or anything. Like literally, I'm a foodie. Like I'm a food lover. Of course, I do. Of course, have to maintain my health. So that's also there. In fact, I don't think I've talked to a lot of people about this. But when I was really young, like I said, I've always been a foodie, but I used to eat a lot. And so I actually got pretty overweight, and when I had my spinal fusion surgery 3 years ago, my doctor had said that, if you don't try to lose your weight now, then it's going to be extremely hard to get back in shape in the future. Yeah, who doesn't love dhokla? Am I right or am I right? Yep, agreed. But
Yeah, continue, please.
Yeah, so that was really a wake-up call what the doctor told me. And so I actually started from the next 3 years, I've been working very, very intensely on my health. And that is actually, now I can actually say that once when I used to call myself Ganpati Bappa, jokingly, now I guess you can say I'm like Hrithik Roshan. I've got 6-packs now. and biceps and everything, but I think the main thing to take away from that is I love food, and I think it's also just as important that just as we take into account what goes in our body, we also take into account how we use what we put in our body, right? And that's extremely important, not just for my physical health overall, but also as a singer, I need to make sure that I'm eating the right things too.
Speaking of you've mentioned your spinal infusion surgery. Let me ask you a very different sort of questions just for the viewers. How many surgeries did you have on you?
I honestly don't remember the amount of surgeries, but I can tell you that from all the surgeries I've had in my life, I have 22 screws and, 8 rods and 22 screws on my entire body. And I also had actually an IV port in my chest once, and that had to be taken out with another surgery. But I think I probably had 8 to 10 at least. But I mean, yeah, it's all been tough, but I think the great thing about all these experiences to me, like I said, I've always treated my setbacks as setups in life. Impossible is I'm possible for me. Failure to me means first attempt in learning, all that stuff. And I think these surgeries have really taught me how to deal with adversity when it comes, especially in extreme levels. And to be honest, I owe it to all my surgeries for teaching me all these beautiful life lessons. And I would not be as strong as I am today, both physically and spiritually and mentally, as I am now, if I had not gone through those surgeries. So for me, I say that the scars that I have on my body from those surgeries, I wear them as badges of honor, not as not as scars of stigma.
Great. It's great talking to Sparsh. We have got the different Sparsh of you, the motivational side, the inspirational side. You have entertained us with a Bollywood number. You have mesmerized with your deep-rooted belief in your Indian culture with a classical Indian song. And then you have told us that you have 8 rods and 22 screws infused in your body, and still you are saying there will be always a tomorrow. But the other side of the rap, which is being mentioned by the great Eminem, the great Eminem, the god of rap, has mentioned Sparsh in one of his songs, and that is the rapper Sparsh. So before we sign out, I tell you, Sparsh, to give us a message in the form of rap so that our viewers can live with a positive note. So here is Sparsh.
Definitely. This last song is a song that you all might know very well. And this comes from the classic movie that Eminem starred in called 8 Mile. And this song, it has a really, really positive message to it. And it's all about go out there, seize the opportunity, because you're only going to get it once. And when we think about it, COVID-19 is an opportunity we may never get again in our lives. So let's seize this opportunity to make the most of this time. And also, this is pure rhythm style. So not only is it clean, there's no cursing in it. So yes, you can bring your kids here to watch them. You don't have to take them out of the room for this. But this is also, I have a lot of Indian classical influence in it. And this is part of a new genre that I am in the midst of creating and developing called Raga Rap. And all I can say is that you've got to hear it to see the effect, to feel the effects. So I hope you all like this. All you at home, if you know the lyrics, sing along, please. Look, if you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip? Yo. His palms are sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti, he's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But he keeps on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud, he opens his mouth, but the words won't come out and he's choking. How? Everybody's joking now, the clock's run out, time's up, over, blow. Snap back to reality, oh, there goes gravity, oh, there goes rhythm. He choked, he's so mad, but he won't give up that easy, no. He won't have it, he knows he's so back to these ropes. It don't matter, he's dope, he knows that, but he's broke. He's so stacked that he knows when he goes back to this mobile home, that's when it's back to the lab again. Yo, this whole rhapsody, better go capture this moment and hope it don't pass him. So lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once. No more games, I'ma change what you call rage. Tear this entire roof off like a T-Rex cage. I was playing in the beginning, the mood all changed. I've been chewed up and spit out and booed off stage, but I kept rhyming and stepped right in the next cipher. Best believe somebody's paying the Pied Piper. All the pain inside amplified by the fact that I can't get by with my 9 to 5, and I can't provide the right type of life for my family. Cause man, these underpaid food stamps don't buy diapers. And it's no movie, there's no Mackay Pfeiffer. This is my life and these times are so hard. And it's getting even harder, try to feed and water my seed. Plus, teeter-totter part between being a brother and a prima donna. Baby mama drama screaming on her, too much for me to wanna say in one spot. Another day of monotony's got me to the point I'm like a snail. I've got to formulate a plot or end up in jail or shot. Success is the only option I have left, failure is not. Mama love you, but this trailer's got to go. I cannot go old in Island's lot, so here I go, it's my shot. Wheels fail me not, this may be the only opportunity that I got. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. You only get one shot, do not miss a chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Yo! You can do anything you set your mind to, man. Hold up, it's not done though. You ready? This is the pure rhythm part. Rhythm.
Wow. You know, I could hardly contain myself while I was listening to you, Sparsh. This is one of your biggest fans from India, and it is an absolute pleasure to be talking to you right now. Cheers to you, mate. God bless you. You know, Sparsh in English means touching people's lives, and you have touched all of our lives in more ways than one. God bless you. Long life to my younger brother, and may God bless you, Sparsh. Before you leave, one message to all your fans who are watching you right now, live and exclusive in all parts of the world. Go ahead. Please enlighten us.
Thank you. My only message is that, look, that life is going to throw us setbacks all the time. It's going to throw us challenges all the time. But like I had said in my little talk in the beginning of this live stream, we just have to turn our setbacks into setups. And we may not be able to control COVID, but I do believe that there is always going to be there's going to be a tomorrow for us, and there's hope, because I also believe that there is someone up there who is in control, and he's always making sure that we are going to come out of this stronger than ever before. We just need to, we gotta adapt COVID, and we gotta keep working at our goals and keep working at our dreams, because once we do, nothing can stop us. If we can believe it, we can achieve it.
Wow. Incredible. That is indeed the reason why Sparsh Shah is certainly one little big shot. Ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this amazing performance from Sparsh, make sure that you're glued to our chapter, our page, our YouTube channel on WFH Weekend. We're going to be bringing some amazing entertainment from New Jersey, US. We now move to UK's Manchester, where two beautiful girls who are supremely talented and audaciously amazing performers are waiting for us to enthrall and entertain each one of us. I'm talking about the SonaAsh, Sonalia, and of course, Ashna are waiting for all of us to join in. Welcome, ladies, if you can listen to me.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Firstly, you both look absolutely pretty. I can't get my eyes off you. Pardon me in case it makes you very uncomfortable. Please, I can't help myself. But to ogle at you, I need to just open my eyes a little further more so that I can clearly look at you. Well, so good to have you both. Thank you so much for joining us, SonaAsh. Firstly, tell me, how's it going there in your city right now?
We just went back into lockdown a day ago, unfortunately. We just managed to come out of lockdown and now we're back in lockdown. So as you can probably appreciate, as two dancers who spend most of their evenings, most of their time performing at various events, we can no longer do that. So it's definitely difficult, but we've got Storm Communications here and we've got various other events doing online shows, which is definitely keeping us on our toes and keeping us sane. So thank you for that.
God bless you, and I'm so getting restless right now to watch you perform. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm keeping my mouth zipped. The girls are ready. We're all set to have a mesmerizing and a fantastic performance. And let's hear it out and let's check them out and let's watch them perform. They perform for some of the biggest celebrities on planet Earth, and especially Bollywood. Like, guys, let me tell you that they're trained performers and dancers, not just in Bharatnatyam performances and dance form, but also in ballet, sorry. What do you call it? Ballet, right? Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Punjabis. You can keep Punjabis out of Punjab, but you can never keep Punjab out of Punjabi. So I'm partial Punjabi as well. So we call ballet at times too. So go ahead, Sonalia and Ashna. All of us have been waiting anxiously. Go ahead and enthrall us, please.
ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀਲ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਟਿਆ ਏ 1 ਸਾਲ ਵੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਲੈ ਜਿਆ ਕਰ ਤੂੰ ਸ਼ਾਪਿੰਗ ਮਾਲ ਵੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਭ ਪਾਰਲਰ ਸਜਦੀਆਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਹਾਈ ਹਾਈਲਾਈਟ ਕਰਾ ਦੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕਾਲੇ ਵਾਲ ਵੇ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਸਜਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਲਈ ਸਾਰੇ ਸੂਟ ਪੁਰਾਣਿਆ ਹਾਏ ਪੁਰਾਣਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਹਿੰਗਾ ਲੈ ਦੇ ਮਹਿੰਗਾ ਜਾ ਮਰ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਇੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੱਸ ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਹਿੰਗਾ ਲੈ ਦੇ ਮਹਿੰਗਾ ਜਾ ਮਰ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਇੰਨੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਦੱਸ ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਵੇ ਮਰ ਜਾਣਿਆ ਓਏ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ
तू खुल के चाहे क्या तू जो मांगे तो हाजिर जाए आगे क्या एक बार तो बता तू खुल के चाहे क्या तू जो मांगे तो हाजिर जाए आगे क्या
पहले तू खुद को संभाल फिर पूछना तो मेरा
ਜਾਵੇ ਹਾਏ ਤੜਪਾਵੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਾਨ ਕੱਢ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਹਾਏ ਤੜਪਾਵੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਾਨ ਕੱਢ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਨੀਂਦ ਉਡਾਵੇ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਬਿੱਲੋਣੀ ਤੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ
ਗੋਰੇ ਗੋਰੇ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੇ ਕਲ 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 ਸੁਰਮਾ ਤੱਕ ਤੱਕ ਰਾਵਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਰਨਾ ਗੁਰੂਰ ਨਾ
ਉਹ ਨੱਚ ਕੇ ਨਚਾਵੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਜਲਾਵੇ ਜੋ ਹਿੱਲੇ ਤੇਰਾ ਲੱਕ ਕੋਈ ਪਾਏ ਬਚਨਾ
Let's get crazy ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੜਪਾਵੇ ਹਾਏ ਲੁੱਟ ਜਾਵੇ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤੜਪਾਵੇ ਹਾਏ ਲੁੱਟ ਜਾਵੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਰਾਤਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੀਂਦ ਨਾ ਆਵੇ ਹਾਏ ਨੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ 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 ਹਾਏ ਨੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ ਹਾਏ ਨੀ ਮੇਰਾ
ਲਾਲ ਘੱਗਰਾ
Jalandhar, Shan Dilli, brah! Incredible. Hug yourselves, girls. You have been absolutely fantastic. Incredible. Group hug. Group hug. I absolutely loved every bit of the performance that you just exhibited. Thank you so much. Sonalia and Ashna, I'm not going to be asking those cliche questions that, what kept you going in terms of the genre of Bollywood or what kept you going for Bharatnatyam. Tell me one thing. Absolutely one single thing. How many suitors do you get in a year from India?
To be honest, we're so used to being in the UK that we're just like, we do travel there. We have been there now and again. We were born and brought up here, so.
I'm sure. Incredible. We're going to be having more of such amazing performances from SonaAsh, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be giving them a small, tiny little break. And in the meanwhile, we're going to be going back to United States of America, in Virginia precisely, where a rock star is awaiting us with some of his finest performances and songs, ladies and gentlemen. An absolute pleasure and a proud moment for me to be introducing this amazing talent from Tennessee, someone who has learned his music from one of the most prestigious colleges in the world, Berklee College, of course, and he specializes in alternate rock. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Sayak Das, all the way from Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, my friend, my brother, Sayak, so good to have you here.
How you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely ecstated to have you here. I am at the headquarters of Storm right now. I'm in Kolkata. You are a Bengali boy hailing from Bengal and now settled in US. We know what a Herculean task it is to form a band in US and of course excelling in that particular field. Kudos to you. And one more time, a very happy two people have just joined us, including you, Sayak. Hoping that you have a fantastic time today. And all of us are absolutely and eagerly waiting to hear you perform. Go ahead, enlighten us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. I just want to say it's such a pleasure to be here. I have been writing songs since probably middle school at this point, 7th grade, 8th grade. And kind of just recently, it started to really come together. I've learned a couple instruments. I learned how to produce. And when I went to school, I really learned how to write and put it all together. So I put together this band. We're called Roy Juno. And we've been playing together for about a year and a half. And this next song is probably going to be...
So guys, I'm just so very sorry and to be cutting him in midst. He has an incredible band called Roy Juno. In case you guys want to check it out, don't forget to tune in, post the show, and you're going to be absolutely elated to see and hear the kind of music that they make and the kind of performances that they absolutely put on in front of everybody. Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the shout out. This song is called Pieces of the Sky.
Pieces of the sky on the front lawn. Everybody knows where it comes from. I have some theories myself that I can't keep to myself, so I just speak to myself. Everybody feels like things have gone wrong. Thank God I really thought I was the only one all alone. Ooh, I think it's something else, and I didn't want it to be true. All that I hear is bad news, and you go make it about you. Is that all you can do? Sitting idle by when there's pieces of the sky on the ground. Paradise and the lights, I'm riding my plight, and if they lose value, I'll be out of the fight. Televised and polite, make bank off the right. All default is somewhere on that side. I've developed an opinion, means brilliant civilians of the American dream. Not a problem if you're brown, blue, or green. Hope you agree. But there's villainism in the system, cynicism in the vision. Oh, I don't want to be a victim, but nobody seems to listen. Oh, cynicism in the vision, villainism in the system, yeah. I don't want to be the only one that will listen. I didn't want it to be true. All that I hear is bad news, and you go and make it about you. Is that all you can do? Sitting idle by when there's pieces of the sky on your front lawn. Yeah, everybody all wants something. I want something too. Why don't you just give it to me? Everybody all wants something. I want something too. I didn't want it to be true. All that I hear is bad news, and you go and make it about you. Is that all you can do? Sitting idle by, and I didn't want it to be true. All that I hear is bad news, and you go and make it about you. Is that all you can do? Sitting idle by when there's pieces of the sky on the ground. Sitting idle by, won't you sitting idle by, baby? Sitting idle by when there's pieces of the sky on the ground.
Man, I'm all sweaty now. That song was called Pieces of the Sky. Thank you so much for having me again. It's such a pleasure to be here. If you're just tuning in, my name's Sayak Das. I sing for a band called Roy Juno, and I saw a comment pop up earlier saying "We Want Glory." I was planning on playing that last, but might as well do it now. This is my band's most listened to song, and if you like what you hear, you can check us out on Spotify. I think this song just passed 600,000 streams, and I would love to keep adding to that. So if you like what you hear, this song is called Glory. I can't hear you right now if you're talking to me. I don't know.
I just said that, people who have been listening to you, they just don't like you. We absolutely love you and adore you and your kind of music. There are so many people who have been an absolute fans, and especially talking from the Bengal per se, people out here are so very cultured and so very well versed in terms of different genres of music is concerned. So you have been absolutely appreciated to the T. Go ahead, can't wait any further to be listening to you. The next beautiful track, I'm sure it's a self-composed one as well.
Oh, thank you so much for the kind words. Also,
you deserve it. Absolutely. I have had so much of expectations from all these amazing performers who are going to be performing today. But right now, it's all yours. Go ahead.
I got to give my man Sparsh a shout out too. You were amazing, and thank you so much for the kind words. Also, SonaAsh, you guys were amazing as well. This is Glory.
trouble. Hate to burst your bubble, but isn't honesty so wonderful? Like talking in the mirror with message laced with fear. I drift between my dreams and the pressing need to disappear. Lucky for me, lucky for you, hindsight is 2020. I'm trying to bury the things I cannot carry. Cause people like me, people like you are very different, really. You're in the game to play it. I play the game to change it. Drown me in glory. Oh, don't you let anybody know what you want, cause nothing else matters to those at the top. Lord knows I'm made of rubble, Lord knows are never subtle. Maybe none of us will fit as king. If you ever get sick of feeling useless and acting impulsively, watch me live my life so death can't steal a single thing. Lucky for me, lucky for you, I said it's 2020. I'm trying to bury the things I cannot carry. Cause people like me, people like you are very different, really. You're in the game to play it. I play the game to change it. Drown me in glory. Oh, don't you let anybody know what you want, cause nothing else matters to those at the top. You heard me. Life's too short, but it feels so long. Life's too short, but it feels so long. Life's too short, but it feels so long. And I don't know why I try to keep this up when it feels so wrong. This life is too short, but it feels so long. Glory, yeah. Oh, don't you let anybody know what you want, cause nothing else matters to those at the top, yeah.
Wow. You know, brother, there are anchors who exaggerate and they have a tendency of speaking volumes about the performances and the performers. But if you don't trust the anchors, it is time that you trust the people who are far more trustworthy than the usual anchors. But I always say that, I never faff. We got Sparsh Shah, who was listening to you at the backstage, and he absolutely has turned out to be a huge admirer of your music and of yourself. Sparsh, if you're there.
That's a two-way street. That was, I love what you had to do.
Yes, I'm sure.
Hey.
Sparsh, go
How you
ahead.
doing, man?
Hey man, I am doing amazing. I'm blessed. And dude, that is woo! Woo!
Dude, that two-way street. Likewise for you, brother. Seriously.
Thank you, man.
Well, let me have the
love-
pleasure of ogling at all of you right now and kind of really let this just sink in, because I'm in front of two humongously huge and amazing performers, and it is my time to thank my stars. Thank you so much that in a very big way to Storm that I've been given this small part in this huge event where there are such galaxial stars who are performing today.
Yeah, and thank you for you and everyone else on the Storm Communications team for bringing us out here. It's amazing that we get to show our music and our messages to people all over the world, and I know that we have the same mission, you, Sayak, and I,
100%.
and SonaAsh. We all just want to make this world a little bit better than we found it, right?
Yep,
And I was just
absolutely.
gonna say, man, like, I will definitely be checking out your music, and I think we should definitely connect, man.
I would love
gotta,
to. I would love to. I'll grab your email after this or something. I would love to connect, man.
Definitely, man. I think it would be amazing if we could make some music out and we could all inspire the world together.
That
Superb.
nothing sounds better to me. I would love that.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. I
During
know
the
you.
featuring.
I know people are right now listening to Sayak and of course listening to Sparsh, and then particularly listening to me is going to be tad difficult for them because I really don't have neither the voice nor the accent. So I would rather keep my mouth shut and would request my performers to sing on, guys. Go ahead.
Well, let's do this. Should I play another one? You want another song?
Absolutely. Can't wait anymore.
Go ahead, man. We can't wait.
Thank you again so much, Sparsh. Seriously, I loved hearing you speak. We need more of that.
Thank you, man. All love to you too.
Thank you, man.
Of course.
So much of
All this positivity in the air. I don't know
so
what
much
to
of
feel.
love I can feel right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Let's have a group hug. Me,
Through the
Sparsh,
internet.
and of course, Hack, all three of us. The three boys.
Yeah,
Yes!
There you go.
Yes! I just want to flex my muscles a little more while I hug you guys so that the world can see my muscles too. I've been working out lately.
Like,
All
I'll
right,
turn that on.
I'm off the camera.
All right. So this song is, all of these songs were originals written for my band, and this song particularly is special to me. It was written for my best friend, and she has been through quite a lot in terms of understanding herself and figuring out how she wants to present herself to the world. So I wanted to kind of capture that emotion and that uncertainty and make it sound pretty. So this song is called Parked Car. I can hear them laugh at the way I choose to love, when the whole time I was only trying to keep my head above. Those same old waves forcing their way into my lungs again. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. I can't believe that this is happening. It's starting to feel like I did something wrong. How do I keep my head up? When it comes to this, I just suck it up, and it's never enough. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. I can't believe that this is happening. It's starting to feel like I did something wrong. Tell me, is this naivety or something else? I just gotta know. I just gotta know. How do I keep my head on? I think I need a minute to breathe. I just think that I need a minute to breathe. I can't believe that this is happening. It's starting to feel like I did something wrong. Is this naivety or something else? I just gotta know. I just gotta know. How do I keep my head on? How do I keep my head on? Thank you. Oh, Sparsh, how long have you been producing music? I started probably about 3 years ago, 4 years ago. my sophomore to junior year of Berkeley. My roommate was an electronic producer, and he introduced me to a lot of stuff, and he's out in Los Angeles now doing the craziest stuff. So I've just been waiting to, that's just been something that I've been trying to grow on my own as I write. But, yeah.
Sure, a lot of nostalgia, huh?
Yeah, no, this is even for me, this is an old song. I wrote this, it was one of the first songs I wrote when I got to Berkeley.
Wow, let's hear it, absolutely.
The one I just played was the one that I wrote. But I have another one. I got more. I got plenty more. My dad's in the comments asking me to sing a match. My band played we played a festival last year, actually almost a year to the day, in Montreal, Canada, called Oshiega. And we put together a cover of Imagine. I never got to show my dad because nobody ever recorded it. And I forgot how to play it, so sorry, I can't play it now.
That's really sad. Well, you can't if you can't bring back the good old times, I'm sure you can revive them at least partially. So for all the people who couldn't actually, hear it back then, or probably couldn't get the recorded version of it, the man of the moment and the man of the hour is already here, and I'm sure you're going to be bringing back some amazing memories all over again. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, presenting to you Shayak Das one more time with a track which is very close to his heart.
Yes, this song is another song I wrote when I first got to Berkeley, and really just talks about my experiences with losing momentum and losing power in myself. The song's called Stay High.
I try to be different, just more of the same. I love conversation, a break from the game. I lack proper structure, and I hope it's a phase. So over poetic. Is that noble or pathetic? Or does it just serve as a one-time reminder that I couldn't do anything that I've said? Hoping that all of my habits don't take a huge toll. I get up with the sun and stay high till I go to bed. It's not like the movies, yeah. It's worse than they say. Don't want no one to worry, yeah. Let them think I'm okay, 'cause I won't do nothing stupid. Maybe I'm too good, so over poetic. Is that noble or pathetic? Does it just serve as a one-time reminder that I couldn't do a dang thing that I've said? Hoping that all of my habits don't take a huge toll. I get up with the sun and stay out till I go to bed. If I just go to bed, will I get out of my head? If I just go to bed, will I get out of my head? Will I get out? Does it serve as a constant reminder that I couldn't do a dang thing that I've said? Hoping that all of my habits don't take a huge toll. Serve as a one-time reminder that I could do a dang thing that I've said. Hoping that all of my habits don't take a huge toll. I get up with the sun and stay high till I go to bed. Will I get out of my head if I just go to bed? Will I get out of my head, or should I just stay high?
Big round of applause. Absolutely fantastic, incredible. Imagining a college student writing such deep lyrics at a very early part of his life, must have been quite an experience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why we always try and bring something new on the plate in terms of the entertainment is concerned. And talking about entertainment, it's not just about entertainment, it's also about motivating and inspiring people. It actually may sound a little cliche. Times are a little challenging, they could be a little tough, but certainly there is a very, very, very brimming ray of hope that we have. And may I also take the leverage of one more time inviting my guest, Sparsh, and can just request Sparsh and Sayak to kindly just jam on any of the songs that they deem that they could be jamming on. Please, Sayak, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I see the chat. Somebody was saying, Kalista was saying,
Sparsh?
Imagine.
Hey.
I hope I'm not asking for rather too much.
No, it's all good. I mean, us performers, this is our ultimate challenge, but this is also where we grow, right? Like singing in the spotlight. I actually don't know Imagine too well, but
any track will do. Imagine seems to be one amazing song which kind of connects with every person on this God-made earth. But any track that you both can, probably can zero in on.
I spent the last year and a half playing in a wedding band and learning hundreds of songs, and of course, right when I need them, I forget every single one.
Yeah.
I have
I see
20 on lock, ready to go, and now I don't remember any of them.
Ooh, relatable, totally relatable. Let's see. I mean, I guess I could try Imagine. Why not? I mean,
all right. Wow, incredible. Can't wait anymore. Absolutely, one of my favorite tracks. In fact, my producer was also emphasizing if they could actually sing Imagine. I really love that song. So go ahead, guys. Last moment happiness is here. Go ahead, boys.
All right, let's see how this works. What do you know?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually just quickly grabbing the lyrics from Genius.
I have it up myself. We're on the same page.
All right, lit. So, all right.
This is everybody watching knows we're winging this right now. This is this.
Honestly, we are. But we'll make miracles out of this.
Oh, I'm about it. I totally believe.
Yep. So, do you want to sing? Do you want to start with the first verse, and I'll pick up?
Sure. Is this key good for you? Imagine all the people.
The original one, right?
Is it? It might be.
Yeah, I think that was the original one. The way you sang it.
Imagine all the people.
Na 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 na. Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Make sure I got the. You may say. All right, let's do this.
I think. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's do it.
I can take it a half. I'll take it a half step down.
All right. Sure.
Imagine there's no heaven.
All right.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. No. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today.
Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. Oh, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You want to do a line each?
But I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one.
Imagine no possession.
I wonder if you can.
I wonder if you can.
We'll just go back and forth. No need for greed or hunger.
Sure. A brotherhood of man.
Imagine all the people living, sharing all the world.
All the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Oh, I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will be as one. Oh. You want to reprise the chorus?
You want another? Yeah, I'm down.
You finish it off for
This
us.
is great. I'm glad that we're getting through this.
Yeah. I mean, this is totally new, but this is also just as amazing. You want to finish it off for us?
You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Yeah. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. I completely changed the chord progression, and we just made it. Whatever, we got through it. That was fun. I'm so
man.
in the room right now. I can't.
One of my most favorite tracks. Let me tell you something very honestly, okay? I have had the good fortune of performing with some of the finest performers in India. And there have been so many of these choreographed shows that have happened over a period of time. But trust me, guys, I don't want to sound didactic or preachy. What comes from the heart touches the heart. You know, music is not about perfection. Music is all about, connection. Oh wow, that was really deep.
Yeah,
True words never spoken.
And trust me, it absolutely came out of the heart itself. We had no plans, guys. For all those people who are watching us right now on our different channels, this was really not expected. We did not even expect Sparsh to be hanging in there post a show, but then he did. Thank you so much, Sparsh. And this is what, music camaraderie is all about. This is what music does to each one of us. It really heals. Shayok, thank you so much, man. I can't be more thankful to you both for making it such a fantastic and such a beautiful weekend for all of us. It's again full of imperfections, and that's the beauty of it. Before we have the final curtain on this particular show for this particular episode, final words from Sparsh and of course Sayak. The Batman to the Robin and the Robin to the Batman. Go ahead.
You're Batman.
Nah, dude. Nah, dude. I mean, if anything, y'all are Superman. So, I mean,
Wow.
I feel like maybe we're all Supermen and Superwomen. And, of course, Sonali and Ashna, I don't know where you all are, but you guys were amazing. You both were amazing. You were amazing, Seg. And you were amazing, too. Everyone is amazing here. And I mean, I don't have any words to say other than that. I think this experience really just proved to us all over again just how universal music is. Even though we won it, we soared.
I love it. I don't want to interject and jump in if you're not finished saying what you wanted to say, Sparsh.
Nah, I'm good. I really don't have much to say. I think the music speaks for itself, to be totally honest with you. But you can go on.
Beautiful, man. I love the way that you break these things down because it's very straightforward and right on the money. And I think really the only thing that I want to follow up that with regarding everything that's going on, I mean, we've all said it. Like, this is unprecedented times. Nobody knows what's going on. My life has been turned almost completely upside down this year, and I can only imagine how everybody else is feeling. So to be able to come online through my family members and do something like this, meet people like you, Sparsh and SonaAsh, and everybody that's on board, like, it's definitely the type of positivity and the type of forward-moving like heart that I need right now. And so if we're doing that for someone else, we're doing our job. You guys are definitely doing that for me. And I'm just really excited to make the most of the time to myself. I'm sure you guys are too. And the way that you put it earlier, Sparsh, was right on the point. We get a chance to kind of roll back and care about the things that maybe we neglect when things are really busy and fast-paced. So I'm going to do my best to take advantage of that. I hope you guys do too. Thank you guys so much for having me online with you guys, and I hope to be back someday soon.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. There's a lot of mutual admiration, but guess what? I was also a part of that particular event and nobody spoke anything about me. Dang, thank you. My mother's watching as well. I called her up. I said that, Mom, guess what? There are two amazing people who are watching, who's going to be on the same frame as I would be. So she made sure, she's not extremely good in terms of tackling a mobile phone, but she did. And I thought that you guys are going to be speaking really good about me. But guess what?
We don't need to.
My mom's not going to be happy watching it. However, guys, I hope that you are happy watching this amazing episode filled with so much of positivity, happiness, and so much of motivation and so much of, so much of love right from the bottom of our hearts. And this is what the personification of WFH Weekender is all about. It's not a show which is staged. It's not a show which is dressed. It's a show where we try and come together as a team and entertain each one of you without sounding didactic or preachy. I'm shivering, literally I'm shivering because I never thought that this is going to be one of the most amazing, sweet little shows that I've hosted in a very long time. This also sums up the kind of idea that we floated this time. And the idea was, what was the idea? Please tell us, guys, come on in here. And the idea was, imagine a better world, guys. This is what the idea we floated, and I hope that we succeeded, if not completely, partially at least. And on that note, from the entire team of Storm, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Randeep Singh signing off. But before I do that, well, there's something really very important I want to state. Each one of you, staying in different parts of the world, if you want to feature in this amazing, amazing show, all you need to do is just messages, mail us on hello@thestorm.in. I again would repeat that, hello@thestorm.in. And who knows, you might just be rubbing your shoulders with the likes of Sparsh and the likes of Sayak, or the performers that we have had in several weeks. And next episode of Storm Connect is going to be with Prem Tiwari. He's a whistling artist. It's going to be on 8th of August, 8 p.m. onwards, and I hope to see each one of you there. And big shout out loud to two of my brothers, and of course the beautiful sisters that we have had on this amazing 7th episode of the WFH Weekender. Take care, God bless, and stay safe. Yes. Bye.